Welcome back to Digger Detecting, everybody. Welcome also to a picture perfect, absolute stunner day. And what better way to spend it than detecting out here with the brand new Minelab X-TERRA ELITE. Just awesome. And look, we did run this there the other week. We unboxed it, we set it up, and we took it for a quick field test, and we found about $13.50 thereabouts, and a little bit of rubbish as well. Not too bad. So what we're doing today is test number 2. And look, this is a ground that I've hunted many times before with the Equinox series, the Vanquish series, but never ever with the brand new X-TERRA ELITE. So old ground, new machine, picture perfect day. What better way to spend it? Let's get started and see how we go. Right, so we've got him all stretched out, all extended, and looking good too, I must say. Glistening in the sun, brand new X-TERRA ELITE. How awesome. Let's zoom in there, and we are going to turn him on. It's got a very quick start up, just like the Equinox 700 and 900. Look at that, straight away. So we're going to turn him on. We're going to do a quick adjustment of the settings there. Check out the sensitivity. We can run to max sensitivity right out in the middle of the oval here. I know when I get near the club rooms, it does start to go a little bit wobbly, a little bit funny with all the EMI interference. So getting near the houses and the club rooms, you've got all the power poles, and look, all the Wi-Fi signals and everything going on, all the interference EMI messing with the machine. So 5 tones, and look what we're going to accept and reject. We are going to be digging a few low numbers, or few of the lower numbers I should say. So 14, you can see there with the Equinox there, jumps up by 1 increment every time, 1 segment every time. You can see with the X-TERRA ELITE, just like the Vanquish series, they jump up by what? 2, 4, so 4 increments every time. So look, ideally, if you're wanting to dig, ideally what I want to dig today is 14 and up. But you see there, if we jump from 16, jump to the next 16. So what I want to do is I'm going to incorporate from 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, and 44. So ideally what we're going to be doing, as I said, I wanted to dig from 14 and up, but ideally we are digging from 12 and up, and that suits me fine. So accept reject there, mode done. Now recovery speed, I always like to run max. Max is 3 on the X-TERRA ELITE here. Holding the settings button down, I always like to run a low iron bias, and that is 0. Well, -1, how good's that? I actually didn't know that. So there you go, -1. So look, we will run a -1 today, because that's quite interesting. I didn't know it went that far. From memory, the Equinox 900 goes to 0. I'll have to check that, make sure it goes to -1 or 0. I'm not sure off the top of my head right now. So look, that'll do for the settings now. We're running max sensitivity. The next thing we need to do is just do a quick noise cancel. So we'll stand you up and do that. You can hear a little bit of warbling in the machine. So we might even do a ground balance as well. I don't normally have to worry about ground balance. So let's go back to noise cancel, sorry. Shoot a noise cancel. And let's check out a bit of that ground noise. Yeah, so we got a little bit there. And that's not targets. That'll be pretty clear open ground, that right there, because we're out in the middle of the oval. So let's do a noise cancel ground balance quickly. Just by holding in the accept reject button, it'll auto select the right frequency for it to be on. And just let him go, hold the coil still, and bingo, we are good to go. So run back through all the settings, or you can just simply hit the pinpoint button. It'll take you back to the main menu. So as you see, 25, the machine's running mostly stable. A few little interferences, but we can live with that as we go. So anyway, let's continue on. Let's find that first target. Well, I literally walked about 2 steps where we just set up and did all the settings. Well, I was about right here, and I walked 2 steps. I said we'll find that first target. And where'd he go? Now we all know what that's going to be. And listen to the beautiful tone, the audible response that the X-TERRA ELITE gives here. Just amazing. You cannot miss these targets. That's a gold coin. That's a $2 gold coin. He's got 2 bars of depth. We'll just try and center focus him, pinpoint him. He's back a little bit more. Remember, the pinpoint is directly in the center of this coil. Like most other detectors, it directly pinpoints under the shaft of the coil where the shaft meets the coil. So that's where I sort of concentrate my eye on. And just go in and out of pinpoint. He's right there. Remember, look at the center of the coil where the shaft is. And where he screams out the loudest and joins those two lines together. Not that I ever really look at that, I just listen for the tone. But I can tell you, our target, our $2 gold coin, is right there. And that is fresh ground. We have not planted that, we have not disturbed it at all. So let's dig him up. Let's see if we're right. Let's see if we've got another $2 richer with the brand new X-TERRA ELITE, because I'm certain it's going to be a gold coin. The coins regenerate out here quite quickly too, which is nice, because they're always having sports days, a lot of local footy taking place out here. And I know some will be cringing, you know, there's our first hole in this big open oval and we're sitting out in the middle. Some may be cringing thinking, well, that's just wrong. What's this madman doing? Well, guess what? We got full permission. We've been detecting this oval for about 7 years now. We had full permission from the original club president, and throughout those 7 years, the club presidents have changed. Oh, I can see him. The presidents have changed about 3 times, but guess what? We've known them all. And the current club president here, where'd he go? I've lost him. I know him as well. So the joys. There he is, the joys of being a delivery driver for so many years. You get to know a lot of people. So I did ask Ross, the name is here, Ross is the president here, and he said, mate, no worries, absolutely no worries. So look, there he is, our first $2 gold coin, as said, $2 richer with the brand new X-TERRA ELITE by Minelab. And that was 2 steps away from starting out there this morning, from doing the settings. So how awesome is that? Just that easy. And you heard how loud and responsive that was, and you heard how easy the X-TERRA ELITE hit on him. So there we go, our first target. Dig clean and take our rubbish with us, and we'll also take our coins with us. How awesome. A bit of a funny target on this next one. This is our second dig. And we've got a solid 40, well, sort of. 42, 44, 43, 3 bars of depth. We'll spin around on that target a bit. See changes there. 57, 60, 58, 61. I'll spin around a bit more. Down to a 35, 36. Don't know what that's going to be. Could it be a coin spill? So a bit of a look. And the dogs are going crazy over there at the neighbour's house. We've got a bloke walking past with his dogs. So dogs are upsetting the other dogs. Oh. Okay, we've got something going on. Sometimes when you get a funny signal like this, sounds good one way, sounds different the other, sounds different again the other. Always rotate around on your signal. But sometimes when you get a target like this, what will happen, it'll end up being a bit of rubbish. Like a galvanised nail, especially, or a tech screw. Generally I find it to be a tech screw. So let's just have a look, out of interest. Could be a big gold ring. Okay, we got him out. Let's have a look. We're going to break this plug up a bit doing it, but let's just have a look. We'll put the ground back neat. And look, the ground's not perfect out here, as you see. A lot of it is just dry dirt patches, or I should say muddy dirt patches, because it gets pretty wet out here. Come winter time, this ground will be really, really wet and muddy. What do we have? That's our target. Okay, so it wasn't a bit of rubbish, wasn't a galvanised screw or anything. And what's interesting about this oval too, why I love coming out here detecting, especially with the brand new X-TERRA ELITE there, is this oval has not just sports days, it has market days, and it has had for, well, decades. Ever since I was a kid, I've been coming out here to market days, and there'd be tractors, and there'd be harvesters, there'd be old lawnmowers and motorbikes and ploughs, and look, old signs and drums, and, like, you know, oil drums, petrol drums, all that sort of cool stuff, right on this very oval. So, you know, I've been coming to this oval for, what, some 30 odd years now, and here I am detecting it with permission, as I said, from the club president. Have had for the last 7 years, and with that too, I'd never and never have walk out here with a shovel. Only a little hand digger by Tiger, a stainless steel there. These are great, and that's all you need. So nice soft ground, and during the summer months when it's too tough, too hard out here, I simply don't come out here. I go somewhere else. Just work those sites that you can when you can. Anyway, let's keep going with X-TERRA ELITE. Not a bit of rubbish, not a tech screw, a mysterious little item. Let's keep going. We haven't really moved very far today, or just yet anyway. We've only been going for about 10-15 minutes. We've only dug 2 targets, but this is our third. Where is he? There he is. Bit of a funny one too. Once again turning around on him. Oh, he sort of changed signal there before. Sort of there and not there. Over this side, he's the most clearest though. So it's got me interest. Well, there he goes, changing from a high to a low. From a 50-60 up higher. What's it going to be? Let's have a look. And not only that, a target right there, but we've got a ton more targets right in the centre there. You can see that's where they throw the ball up. That's where they do the ruck. Or the throw, the footy throw. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played football or had anything to do with football. So I used to play it a lot as a kid though. Being very tall, I was always picked to go in centre and smash the ball as far as I could. 6'2.5" I am now, but I was always tall as a kid too. So people always ask me, geez, you're tall, do you play football? Nah. Nope, I don't. Where is that target? Right. In this case, we shouldn't really do that because what we always do is hinge the plug. But look, nice wet ground. This, well, as I said, we're coming into winter very soon. And the ground is already wet. I can feel it under my knee. My knee's already wet. The ground is already damp. It's a damp part of the world down here. So look, we've removed the plug. You wouldn't often tear the back of it there and remove all the roots because then it has less chance of growing back. But as I said, my knee is already wet. The ground's wet. And the target's still in there. And by removing the plug, we can get a clear swing and really ID and know that it's still there. It's not in the plug. So let's have a bit of a look. He's deeper. He's a lot deeper. We're going to dig a trench. Lucky it's nice ground, and lucky we've got permission. As I said, fill your holes in, get permission. One thing that I always tell people is when you get to a sports oval, round oval, you know, it's public ground, recreation reserve, you're most welcome to be there detecting. Always do the outside first. You're not welcome to be in the inside unless you've really got that permission. You need the permission. It's not hard to get. You just got to work the outside of the ground. What I often find is you work the outside of the ground, then you work it enough, and one day the club president will come along because he'll often come to the football oval here, even on days that aren't sports days. And he'll see you detecting, and he'll end up getting yakking to him, and he'll ask you what you found, show him the rubbish, show him even how you dig your holes with a nice little digger like this from Tiger stainless steel. And I'll tell you what, ask nicely, chances are you'll get that permission. Seen something drop, oh, drop back down the hole. There we go. And look at the depth, would you? X-TERRA ELITE, eat your heart out. $2 coin, well, another $2 coin. I'm that excited. There's another $2 coin. And as I said, we've been going for about 10 minutes. So a bit of a sketchy signal. I honestly thought he was going to be, yep, pinpoint is still on. Honestly thought he was going to be something a bit older, maybe like a sixpence or a threepence or even an old penny, because look at that. There's a bit of dirt still in the bottom of the hole there, but look, I won't bother clearing it out. You can see the depth right there of that $2 gold coin. We had no issues hitting on him. Probably about, what, 5, 6, 7 inches? Probably about that. I don't know. I think that's about right. Looked a bit funny how I was holding that then. But that was a trench. You've seen how much come out of that hole. The X-TERRA ELITE had no issues hitting on that target. Just funny why it was throwing that little bit of a higher signal. What we'll do is we'll fill this hole in nice and neat, get some level ground, we'll put the plug all back in, and what we'll do is we'll swing back over and just make sure there's not a secondary target in that hole. Sometimes you can find with the gold coins, you can even find a 2-cent coin hiding there with them. So let's stamp him down, make him look all nice and neat. It's just the grass that we've flattened, but look, we've got the plug in there. Oops, sorry Mr. Worm. We've got the plug in there nice and neat, and look, X-TERRA ELITE, as said, had no issue hitting on that target. It did it amazing. And the ground is all clear, so now we can move on to the next. Well, here is one of those lower targets that we're going to dig today, as said. Adding those lower numbers in. Sounds great, doesn't it? Just a bit of a trick there too. When you're detecting, if you go slow over your target, makes it that lot harder to ID where it actually is. Once you've got your target and you hear it beep, I actually think there's 2 targets right there. Go quicker, speed that swing up. So just back and forth. If you go really slow, it drags it out and makes it harder. So just back and forth, really quick, or nice and quick, just like that. Put him into pinpoint mode at the same time, and bingo, you've got your target. So an easy way to identify where your targets are, you're going slow, it drags it out, you find your target, you speed that swing up a little bit more, and bingo, you'll hone in on where your target is. So let's find him now, and this is only a surface target, and I do believe there's one here, and I do believe there might be a second hiding beside it. Let's have a look. Got a little hand digger. Great little digger this. I will say too, shout out to Tiger Stainless Steel products once again. They make a great array of diggers, shovels, hand diggers, everything. Like, their tools are just amazing. Look, credit to them, absolute credit to them. That's all I'll run, all I enjoy running. I just love them. Pull tab. Gold ring being in the middle here. Pull tab, there we go. Silver ring, if you'd like to call it that. But there we go, first bit of rubbish for today. First bit of confirmed rubbish, because everything else we can't ID has been mysterious items. That little tab there before, and we even got a little screw piece. Looked like the top of a fob watch, but I don't think it is. So first nice little piece of rubbish, and look, that's okay, because I'm out here to test out the X-TERRA ELITE. I'm out here to see what it can do. I'm out here to find different targets, dig the lower signals, and as I said, just see what comes out. We're still playing centre ruck. We still have not left the middle. Look out, we're still here. We've got another target. Really clear. Really solid too. Look at that, X-TERRA holding a 41 solid there on the screen. 1 bar of depth. So look, I'm not even going to bother going into pinpoint mode on the X-TERRA there. We're just going to grab for the little Profine 40. Once again, another great little bit of kit to have, because that was only a surface target, 1 bar of depth. There! But we will still need the digger. So just grab for him behind. I've got a nice little pouch strapped to my belt. Thank you to Darren Norman. I'll show you there a little bit later what it looks like. Oh yes, we just did it. 20-cent coin, there we go. We are $4.20 richer now with the brand new X-TERRA ELITE. That's just amazing. Look at the coin impression. We didn't see those on the last $2 gold coins when we were digging them, because we disturbed the ground. But when you don't disturb the ground, they pop out like that. I tell you what, it looks amazing. I love it. I love the coin impression. Most impressive. And you can even see the 20 there and the wavy. Look, you can nearly make out the platypus nearly. So awesome stuff. I wonder if it's, let's have a look quickly. Is it a 1966? Because the 1966 20-cent coins, you've always got to check, because if they're a wavy, oh, we're miles off. That's a 2006. If they're a wavy 20-cent coin, meaning that, look, if the 2 is straight down the bottom, that's standard, that's normal. If the 2 runs like that, and then it's got a bit of a wave, a bit of a flick up on the bottom, that is not normal. That's what they call a wavy 2-cent coin. So flat bottom is normal, a wavy a 2 down below, at the bottom of the 2, well, it's quite collectible and quite valuable, and well worth keeping your eye out for. Oh, we're just going to show you a really quick trick with the X-TERRA ELITE here, and it look, that stands for all detectors really. When you're out in the field and you're getting a bit of a mysterious target, a bit of a mysterious signal like this. Ready? Have a listen. Sounds good, but then it disappears. Walk around on him a bit. Just keep swinging as you rotate right around that target where you suspect it to be. Now my shadow's in the way. But see how he's sort of like, well look, there's nothing there now. Oh, maybe a little bit of a blip. But then he disappears. Bit of a one-way signal. Now a bit of a trick there with all detectors, discriminatory coin relic machines, Equinox, Vanquish, Manticore, X-TERRA ELITE in this case. Basically, let me clean that screen. Basically what you can do is, look, we are running from 12 all the way up today, as you've seen, as we set up, and we've got everything below cancelled out. Is that meaning we can't hear the rust? We don't want to hear the rust. So look, one trick that I often do, always do when I'm out in the field, utilize that horseshoe button, the all metal mode button. Now by hitting the horseshoe button on, you can hear we've got a little bit of interference going on. We'll fix that in a minute by doing a noise cancel. But look, hitting the horseshoe button there opens up the whole detector. Now, let's have a listen to that target once again. What are you hearing? -4, -6. That to me tells me to walk away from that target and move on, because that high signal, let's take you back out of horseshoe button again. That there is a chunk of rust. Now we could dig that and prove it. I'm not gonna, because I know for certain, I should really, but I know for certain that's a big chunk of rust. And the reason being is because when I'm flicking back over to horseshoe button there, let's have a look. That's all I'm hearing, is that chunky, big, heavy rust tone, that grunty tone. -3, -6, -4, -7. He's a fair way down too. 3 and 4 bars of depth. So look, good reason why I'm not digging it, but a great example of what you can do with your coin relic machines. You know, they're discriminatory for a reason. Use that to your benefit. Use the horseshoe button, set up your discrimination pattern, set what you want to dig for the day, what you don't want to dig for the day, what you don't want to listen to. But then when you do want to hear it all, just use the horseshoe button. Or when you're confused about a target and you're wondering, what is going on? Why is it there and not there? Or where do I dig? Or is it something good? Or do I waste my time, walk away? Well, as I said, horseshoe button. I can hear a big chunky piece of rust there. So I would honestly walk away, move on to the next. Hope that helps. And this is the next, and literally 2 steps away from where that bit of rust was. Where is he? There he is. Listen. Now, I don't know if that's something good or not, but that's a surface drop. I love surface drops. Anybody out there detecting and knows just how good surface drops are, that could be a surface drop bottle top. Don't get me wrong. Could be nothing special. Could be a surface drop pull tab. Could be a surface drop 5-cent coin. Because it's all hanging around those low numbers, isn't it? 30, 31, 32. However, this could be a gold ring. Because I've found gold rings out here before. Like engagement rings and wedding bands. I've always returned them to the club. And look, if this is one also, I will be doing the same. As much as we love to find them, someone else has lost it, haven't they? Okay, we're digging a little bit off for that one. Quite a way off. Digging holes in Ross's oval for no reason. Let's have a look what we got. Oh, no. We were tricked. It's not a gold ring. So these annoying little pull tabs. Quite a common one, quite a new one too, quite a modern one. It's alright, I love digging them, and look, that's the thrill of the chase. You never know what's going to come out. That could have been a gold ring, it could have been a gold sovereign or something, you know, just awesome. So you just never know though. And look, pull tab it was, however, the next one may not be. I tell you, I must have been in a really good spot there starting off this morning. We got $2 and then another $2. We got a couple of 20-cent coins. We've just been plagued by a run of pull tabs though. for probably the last half an hour, and that's okay. As I said, I'm just happy to be out detecting, digging anything, digging anywhere. But when you start thinking, oh, this one's not going to be a pull tab, and then it is, it's just a different variety. Well, after you've collected them all, you start to wish for something different, and that's what this target is. I'm wishing for something different. So hopefully not another pull tab. But look, that's just the joys of detecting. I'm hoping though for this one, 47.48 there, as you've seen on the X-TERRA ELITE. I'm hoping, fingers crossed everybody, not for a pull tab, but instead a 50-cent coin. Let's have a look. We're right on him. Yeah, pinpoint function on the X-TERRA ELITE is just amazing. You can really hone down on those targets straight away, even with the 12-inch coil. I mean, that's a big coil. However, you can get the smaller coils too. That should have been a 50-cent coin. You can get the smaller coils too, which will help you hone in even better, especially in trashy areas. But look, that 12 inch is doing a great job. But it's not finding us some money though just yet. Well, as I said, we've been on a run of just pull tabs, so every different type of pull tab. I think we've got about the last 100 years worth covered. And there's the next one, there's another one. So into the pouch, I said you'll see at the end of the day, or end of this hunt, just how many we're digging. But I said that's quite okay, as long as I'm out detecting, as long as I'm out having fun, and that's all that matters to me. $2 coin, $2 coin. Where are you? Right under the posts here where people sit, perfect place to detect. Got a 65. What's it gonna be? Still deeper, that's what it's gonna be. X-TERRA ELITE, hit on him, no worries, yes! There it is. The best thing you've ever done in life, Luke. No one was around to see it, apart from the cockatoos flying overhead. There we are, another $2 richer with the brand new X-TERRA ELITE by Minelab there. Once again, no issues hitting on it. 12-inch coil there, running through this super trashy area. I mean, it's more trashy here than where we were before out in the guts of the oval. However, this is where the coins are hiding too. Not just the rubbish. So awesome stuff. Not a pull tab. We've got $6 today. Unreal. Well, for anybody out there who have not watched my last video where we unboxed, first tested out and set up and really looked over the X-TERRA ELITE by Minelab, I suggest you check it out because we had a great day then and we're still having a great day now. This is our second hunt with it. I tell you what, it is a fantastic machine. I just love it. It really hits hard on those targets. It's great to swing. I love the straight shaft. I'm not a huge fan, just personal preference. But with the Vanquish series, I'm not a huge fan of the split shaft where it splits from up the top here, or splits down up the top here and down below. So look, I prefer the straight shaft here, and the X-TERRA ELITE, tell you what, it's just nailed it for me. I think it's a great machine. I said there the other week, perfect entry-level machine to get yourself started. And look, a cheap machine to learn off. If detecting's not for you, you don't want to go out and spend thousands of dollars, you can easily pick up this nice entry-level detector, the X-TERRA ELITE, or even look into the Vanquish series. They are all great machines, and they'll do most of what the other expensive machines will do. You just won't have as many settings to play with. But ideally, that does not matter, because as you can see, they work perfectly fine, just the way they are. We did do a quick setup and change of settings there this morning, and we did there last week just to set the discrimination pattern to work out what I wanted to dig. We actually laid out a little bit of a test patch before we started, so we knew what the numbers were that we were chasing. So there we go, another coin. You've seen how easy that was and how easy the ELITE hit on it. That's a 50-cent coin, and he looks like here's 2006 Olympics, or Melbourne Olympics or something. No, Melbourne Commonwealth. Looks like a gymnastics coin. There we go, 2006 or 2005. My eyes might be deceiving me. You're probably reading it better than what I can. I've got my sunnies on too, which don't help because it's not all that warm a day. It's not all that bright a day. It was before, but now it's just making things darker. So anyway, nice 50-cent coin into the pouch. I think we've got to be up to about $8 by now. We've got a few $2 coins, and we've been digging the 20s and 50s behind the scenes. And as I said, once again, the X-TERRA ELITE, I'm just loving it. We're working our way still around the field. We are looking for the higher numbers, anything that that'll help, turn the pinpointer on, anything that we've missed over the years. And we've been hitting on a few 1 and 2 cent coins, which obviously, and they've been quite deep too. So obviously the X-TERRA ELITE here is hitting on a few things that we may have missed over the past. As I said, we've detected this site with the Vanquish, the Equinox series. Look, we've brought every machine that we've had out here. It's been a great little testing ground, great area to hunt. And as I said, always had full permission. So we are definitely hitting on more targets though. And we're over at the far end of the ground at the moment. The club rooms is well over the other direction. So we're not even in the richest spot. We're in, well, what I'd consider the poorest spot. Someone asked me there the other week, what's the best areas to work when you get to a sports oval? Well, first and foremost is your goalpost ends, and then moving forward or moving into your centre. What I actually said was start with your centre, work out to your goalpost ends, and then work around your crowd line. And then you can do everything else in between. But they're your main areas to hit. So that's what we've done this morning. We've started in the centre. We've worked our way to one goal end. And we've done all up this end of the goals. So we've just been humming around there. We've been picking up a few coins, a few $2 coins underneath these posts where people sit. Great spot to hit on the coins. And this one is not under the posts, but there we go. About what, a metre out, 2 metres out from it. There it is, 50-cent coin. Another 50-cent coin. They don't add up as quickly as the gold coins, however, they do still add up. And we've got about 3 or 4 in the bag right now, plus pull tabs. Let's keep going. Hold on to your horses, everybody. I've got an exciting feeling about this next dig because we have not hit anything too old just yet, apart from a couple of 1 and 2 cent coins. What have we got here though? Bottle top. It was a 79.80. There we go. I thought that was going to be a penny or an old silver coin, but instead we've got a Black Douglas with a nice little Scottish thistle, a coat of arm emblem sort of thing going on there. So what was he? A wine? Produce of Scotland, the Black Douglas. How cool. So look, I thought, getting excited there, really thought we were going to hit on an old coin, like a penny or a silver shilling or a florin or something cool. But look, that's okay. Out for the anything today. We're just out for having fun with the all new X-TERRA ELITE. And look, as we move around this oval and we're getting to the rich spot, we're working our way to the rich spot, you see these light poles coming up in front of me there, a big galvanised pole, a concrete pole. That is what's going to start causing a lot more interference. And you can see the detector's already jumping around a little bit there, going a little bit erratic. So we can knock the sensitivity down. Generally about 22 sort of quietens it down at this site, I've noticed. We can even shoot a noise cancel, and whenever changing any settings, whether you drop your sensitivity down, you change your iron bias, recovery speed, whatever you play with, make sure you always shoot a noise cancel straight afterwards. So we ideally should do one standing up, but we're going to do one sitting down, straight at the power pole. Generally about waist height they recommend, and back to, or pinpoint, back to the main menu. And you can see there, the machine is running quite quiet, super steady, ready to hunt again. So as I said, we might have to continue doing that, dropping the sensitivity down, just keeping it running quiet, because as we get near the club rooms, I tell you what, it gets noisy. We do lose sensitivity every time we drop it down. However, if we swing that a little bit slower, and look, with a high recovery speed, we could even drop that down a little bit to gain that bit more depth. But with a low iron bias, set at -1 there before, we're not going to be masking any signals. We're going to be able to hear it all. So let's keep going. Well, outside the ground now for this one, right beside that light pole once again. I hope we're not hitting on the cable for it. Looks like it goes that way to the manhole cover pit there. This is a high signal though, super high. 98, 99. Hoping maybe for a silver coin. It could be falsing with a bit of rust there. Sometimes you get the rusty nails coming up around the 98, 99. No, hang on. Well, how's about that? Why was he coming up so high? Maybe interfering with the power pole. I don't know. You can hear the machine's gone a little bit more erratic there. We have not turned the sensitivity up since that last clip. It's still running on 22 with a noise cancel. So there we go, a $2 coin. I'm quite impressed. I'm quite surprised to see you. Thought you were going to be a little 1 or 2 cent coin, and I honestly thought, it may have been falsing. There we go. Another good amount of depth from my finger up to the tip of the pinpointer. I'll say another 5-6 inches deep for that $2 gold coin. You can really hear that machine getting quite erratic as it sits there facing the light pole. Any wonder why? So outside the ground just for now, humming around. We'll get back inside the ground. As I said, we're off to the rich spot very soon, off to the club rooms. I remember when I said there before we were getting over to the rich area, and that was in front of the football club rooms and even the little dugouts where the footy club players sit whilst they're watching the game or whilst they're training. Well, it has begun. The rich area. There's a $2 coin. We also got another $2 coin just over here, which I did not show. We had the brown chair in front of us. He was sitting right there where my boot was, walking along and thinking, well, all these people sitting on these chairs, obviously, you got to think like a human, remember, it's human psychology. We move the chair and bingo, we hit on a $2 coin, because if the chair's there, well, someone's put it there and someone's sitting on it. Someone may have money in their pocket to drop. So, as I said, think like a human. It's like when you go to a sports ground. I always think to myself, if it's a cold, wet day, where would I first go to take shelter? Like if I was watching a game of footy, cricket, or, sorry, just concentrating on this target. Alright, he's somewhere, I'm just not getting a proper fix on him, somewhere about there. But look, if I was at a footy game, a sports game, or whatever, out in the open, the first thing I'd be doing is looking for either a shady spot to sit on a hot day, nice shady spot. And you notice all the people always congregate to the same area. We're all human, we're all the same. We all have that same instinctive behaviour. And on a wet day, you'd obviously want to go find shelter either under a shed like this in front of us, or even, where's our target? There he is over the back, or even under a group of trees. And that's where the old trees are really great, because if you've got old pine trees, and you're looking for the old coins, well, there's 100 years of people thinking the exact same thing on sports days or field days or any sort of event you had taking place. Oh, let me get my sunnies off, I'm fogging up. But as I said, just think like a human and think, well, big trees, old trees, sports ground, that's where I'm going to start detecting, because that's where I'm going to start finding the coins. I'm not certain. We've got a $2 gold coin on this one. Or we do, and he's just being very tricky. He's up the top here. Let's have a look. Sometimes it's 65. Oh dear, there we go. Oh, that's not a $2 gold coin. No wonder we're digging off target. No wonder we're having trouble locating him. There we go. Market days, field days, people camping, all that sort of jazz. That is a good reason why I'm out here. And as I said at the start of this video, Ross, the club president, he's gave me permission out here to detect out here. He is the most recent president, but in past years I've had permission off other presidents. And look, we've found dozens of these, dozens and dozens. And imagine if you're a football player, like I know that was under the ground, a little bit of a way, but when this ground gets muddy during winter, it gets so wet and muggy, poggy. Imagine if you come sliding along with your knee or even bare feet or anything like that. I don't know why you'd be playing football with bare feet, but that's just the story anyway. And look, imagine if you hit that. You would be pretty worse for wear. So not a $2 gold coin. The rich spot has not begun properly. As I said, we got one behind us there under the chair, but I really thought that was going to be a next. But that's not a next gold coin. It's something better. It's an injury that someone's going to avoid. That's now in my pouch. Let's keep going. Before we were just in front of the footy club sheds, just up the way there off to the left. I'm not going to throw the camera up too high. But now we are directly in front of the football club rooms. You can even see the potbelly in front of us where they gather around and have a drink while they're watching the footy. So this should be the main hotspot of the whole field. And look, it is the most noisiest hotspot too. There's the most rubbish here. There's the most EMI here, as you can hear coming through the detector again. We're just going to work with it the best we can. We can pick through all that noise and pick out the best stuff. And mainly what I'm after in front of the club rooms here is, you guessed it, the modern coins. The ones, the twos, the 20s, the 50s, all the cool stuff. There he is, just lifting the pinpointer to the bottom of the plug there, sticking him in. And we do have our target on this side here. Thought that's where I heard him. There he is. Right down the bottom there. She's going to be a $2 coin. There he is. Bingo. We're going to be over $10 by now. So another $2 coin, richer, with the X-TERRA ELITE. Thank you very much. It's that easy, that simple. And work your hot spots. And look, I know, as I said, some people are probably cringing. What's he doing inside the ground? You know, here we are inside the oval, right in front of the football club rooms. But you know what? If the footy club president comes along, I'll simply say g'day. I'll show him what I've found. And as I said, we have full permission to do this. So he's not going to come along and say, mate, what are you doing? You haven't asked permission. He's going to come along and say, g'day, Luke. How you going, mate? Didn't realise you're out here today. What are you finding? You having fun? And look, that's how it should be. So easy enough to ask permission, easy enough to get. You just got to do the right thing. And listen to all these other targets. As I said, super trashy ground. I mean, you could dig all those. Look, there's a raffle ticket for Duck C55. I'll wait to listen for the name to be called out later, see if we win a prize. Listen to all the targets in the ground though. Right at the front of the footy club rooms, most of them would be pull tabs. And with the high recovery speed running on the Elite here, you can cut through them all. And we've slowed down our swing a little bit. That's a nice sounding signal, isn't it? Even with a 12-inch coil, I can individualise that signal. That is something so tiny. It's like a little silver earring or something. We're going to dig him up. He's got my attention. There's so many trashy signals in this ground though. Oh, look at that. We didn't actually have to dig very far at all. He's a squished up bottle top in front of the club rooms. Who would have thought? Well, let's keep going. Another one in front of the club rooms, and I'm about to order something from the canteen. Today's specials: lamb and veggie soup, $3. Dagwood dogs, $5 each. What are Dagwood dogs? I don't know. We're about to be able to buy one though. Well, maybe, because I think this is a $1 coin. So even if it is a $1 coin, or even if it is a $2 coin, we're still not going to be able to buy a Dagwood dog. Whatever that is. Hope it's not the neighbour's dog. Deep fried. Oh, let's have a look. This ground's got a bit tough too. But I'm hoping for another $1 coin. As I said, right out in front of the canteen. We've got the rail in front of us that sort of separates you from the oval here. It's not to say people aren't jumping over the oval, over the rail. I got excited then. Oh, there we go. Scouts, $1. Centenary of Scouting. On ya. Awesome. $1, 2008, Queen Elizabeth the second. Scout coin, $1. As I said, we can't buy a Dagwood dog, and not unless we reach into the pouch and find another $2 coin. And then we can buy vegetable soup, lamb and veggie soup too. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, we've finally made it back to in front of the car, as you can see. So we're back right up behind the other end of the goalposts. I remember we've been up the other end this morning, concentrating most of our time. Just going to turn that volume back up. We did have him down on 22 because the neighbour's dogs over there go a little bit crazy, especially when you go into pinpoint, that high-pitched noise. Any wonder why? But look, I just wanted to show you something here. Beautiful sounding signal right there. Probably a $1 gold coin. He's got some good depth there. But we're in the most trashiest area of this whole ground. Like, this is, as I said, the back end of the goalposts, right near the club rooms, which is right behind me. Just have a listen to everything in the ground. A lot. Nearly every one of those tones probably will be a pull tab. I can't account for all of them, but there's a lot going on. And you can hear the X-TERRA ELITE is handling it absolutely perfectly. We do have the recovery speed set at 3, so we are being able to swing that little bit quicker through this trashy ground and still be able to hear the good stuff, still be able to pluck out what we want to hear and listen to the rest and have it all come back through the control unit, back to the machine, but really ID what signals we really want to dig and concentrate our time on. So all that to me is sort of just background noise. Unless I'm really that keen, I mean, it's nearing the end of the day, I'm sort of getting a bit lazy and I'm just chasing those high tones now. We are still digging a few solid other tones, but ideally they're the main ones we're looking for, especially now we're running out of time. So get that tally up, get that total up. As I said, high tones we're concentrating on mainly now. We've made our way all the way around the oval. We've dug plenty too, and we've dug plenty of those low tones. So as I said, high tones mainly now, just trying to get the tally up. And the 12-inch coil on the X-TERRA ELITE here, it is doing a fantastic job. And remember, I don't have them just yet. We'll be looking into them for future because I love my small coils. But remember, the X-TERRA ELITE here does offer a smaller option coil. So it'd be great to use, great to test out. Great to see what it could do. We could be jinxed with a bottle top here, a Jack Daniels lid. There we go, not a gold coin. That's not going to add up to our tally. Still a coin though, and we hit on him in such a trashy area. You heard how trashy that was. And that's a coin that's been missed. As I said, the last 7 years detecting here, Equinox series, Vanquish series, and now the X-TERRA ELITE. And he's not missing anything. Well, the last one wasn't a $2 gold coin, but can you see that? Probably not just yet, but look, I couldn't see him either. I was swinging quite quick too. I was literally swinging like this quick. Hear that? Even swinging quickly, you got those ears tuned in, you're going to hear those targets, especially the ones that you're really concentrating for. Oh, he's a special $2 coin. Let's zoom in there so you can really get a good look. Special effects are coming right up. So let's have a look. He's a remembrance. So I think these are about a 2000, year 2000. I don't know. Let's pick him up and have a look. He's going to have a nice, neat impression underneath. How cool is that? 2012. I was way off the mark. 12 years. Spot on. So there you go. A nice 2012 remembrance coin. Once again, a surface target. We all love those surface targets, and you can see just where he's sitting there. So he had not been dropped all that long ago. You can see the grass just starting to brown off underneath. So pretty nice. Another $2 gold coin into the pouch. Thank you very much. And another $2 richer with the brand new ELITE. How awesome. We've done a swing back around and we're in the goalpost now, right in the center. And we've got someone driving in to watch us dig this target. Even they think it's cool. Oh, they're pulling up right there. You know what, this might even be a can. So just thinking he might be a can because he's giving off such a large surface target diameter. So what we're going to do, oh, they're even reversing back to check us out. We are going to put the pinpointer on him. See where he hums away the most. And there, right there in the middle, that's where we're going to dig our target. Let's show him what it is. Oh, we'll dig a nice, neat plug. As I said, this could be a Coke can, just by the way he was singing up. Yeah, look at that, it is too. Big target. Just due to the way he was pinpointing and singing up there on the detector. So, part of a Coke can, coming right out. Not a coin, that one. But still, once again, good to remove all this rubbish because there's no need for that to be on a sports oval. Well, that lady's not interested in seeing my Coke can, but standing back up, we've got the Coke can from right here. She did give me a bit of a funny look. I wonder if she'll come over and say something. Standing back up though, it's okay if she does. Standing back up though, we just swung back over our target here. Always stand up, walk back about a metre, and recover that ground. And look at that. Look at what was hiding. So not only were we getting the Coke can right beside, but standing back up, checking the target, not checking the car. Car's in front of me. And we got a $2 gold coin. There is another one. What a hot spot. So pulling me out of the ground there. Once again, another relatively fresh drop. He's got a nice little impression in the ground. Very impressed. Another $2 gold coin with the X-TERRA ELITE. We are going to get rich. And that is just awesome. Let's keep going. Alrighty guys, that is going to wrap us up. We must get out of here. We've got to go get the boys. This was only a quick hunt. I remember hunt number 2, test number 2 for the brand new X-TERRA ELITE by Minelab. And I tell you what, I am super impressed thus far. This is an entry-level detector. It's priced accordingly. Look, priced a lot cheaper than some of the other machines that you can buy. And as I said, a great entry-level machine, and it works amazingly. The 2 tests that we've done, I tell you what, we've hit on the coins every single time. And the only reason we got so much rubbish on the board today is because we were digging those lower numbers. The first test that we did at another recreation reserve, we set up a bit of a discrimination pattern, laid out a few coins, and we really honed in on just the modern coins. But today I wanted to open the machine up. Today I wanted to dig a little bit more. So look, a heap of pull tabs. As I said, I was having a bit of a love-hate relationship today with the pull tabs. And look, I love to know what it's going to be, but I hate to see when it turns out to be a pull tab. But that's okay, because you got to dig them, because you just never know. It could be a gold sovereign, it could be a wheat threepence. You just never know. When they drop the silver content down in later years, and after 1946, after World War II, the silver threepences and even the sixpences, look, they can ring up a lot lower number, and they can come in around the pull tab numbers. So what I was glad to get out today was the alloy spike, and we were mistaken, thinking he was going to be a $2 coin, just like the copper ring here. However, look, how great to get it out, how great to get it out of the ground, because it does not belong on a sports oval. None of this rubbish does, and neither do the coins, and they're better off in my pocket. So look, we've got 50-cent coin, or 3 50-cent coins makes $1.50. We've got 60 cents worth of 20-cent coins below, another 3 of those guys, and we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We broke the bank. 18 and 20, $21, $22.50, 20, what did I say, $22.50, $23.10. So $23.10 with 3 1-cent coins beside, a few bottle tops, and the, well, the common culprits. But let me take a breath. Not only did we get all that at $23.10 plus all the rubbish, look at what our last target was, would ya? We're just humming along here, and we got a really jumpy, sketchy signal, and I suspected it to be another 1-cent coin. Well, this oval has produced the goods in the past, and there's not many left here now. I mean, the old stuff, I mean, there's a lot of new coins, but there's not many old coins left here now. But bingo, we got one. We got our first silver coin with the X-TERRA ELITE by Minelab. So, very first silver coin, and look, I did not expect that to happen at the end of the day here, but how magnificent to finish the day off. The last thing I'll just say too, I'm getting a call on the watch. The last thing I'll just say too is, once again, a big shout out, thank you to Darren Norman, because look, we shot a video there a while ago, and we did share and show this pouch that he made me, all out of leather, handmade, hand stitched and everything. However, I have not had a chance to share that video just yet. So Darren, the video might still be coming, and look, there'll be another shout out, thank you once again from when this was brand new, mate, and you first gave it to me. But look, a couple of months ago on, about 3 or 4 months on, it's wearing wonderful, it looks wonderful, it works wonderful. So once again, Darren, thank you so much, mate. Big shout out, thank you. And look, thank you to everybody else for supporting me. Clint Sellers there the other week, mate. You donated to my PayPal account. Once again, I really appreciate like all the support. Deanne Lewis, Lisa Reed, Derek Thomason, Derek and Natisha. Look, you guys are absolutely amazing. And if I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. You guys are all amazing. So I really appreciate your support, and I appreciate you following my my adventures with the brand new X-TERRA ELITE. We love it that much, we have not even turned it off yet. So anyway, guys, that is about it for us today. What did I say? $23.10 plus a little silver thrippy, our first silver coin with the brand new Minelab X-TERRA ELITE, and I just love it. So anyway, we'll see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed. Cheers.